Hello, welcome everyone. We are going to wait until 5:30 just in case there's a few people coming late. My name is Ian Melrose. I'm the one, if you're a parent, caregiver, I've been sending all the emails. So thank you for checking all that out and helping students be really well prepared. On behalf of Sun Prairie schools and Sun Prairie bands, we want to welcome you all to Sun Prairie to be here today. We especially want to thank our Sun Prairie community for choosing to support our public schools, supporting these beautiful facilities and instruments, and supporting programs like this so we can keep great educational opportunities going. We do want to do a couple thank yous before we turn it over to these wonderful students. If you are a parent, caregiver, or someone who drives students to various musical things, can you just put your hand up? Can we thank them? You should all clap. As a parent myself, I know what it's like to live in your car after school throughout the evening, just driving to various things. And even some early morning things, like jazz band and things like that. We also, one of the cool things about this event, it's a very much a partnership. It's not just a Sun Prairie thing. We had teachers from all the schools that came and helped with sectionals. The teachers also helped students audition. The teachers also helped prepare students so they could come in today. And the very first thing they did today at 9:30 is they played one of their pieces and they played through it. And I think myself and Dr. Jackson were like, all right, cool. So can you know you love your music teachers. Can you give them a big round of applause? All right, and we are getting close. The students on stage, I said this in the congratulations letter, I told them today, this was the most competitive year in terms of getting admitted to the Sun Prairie Honor Band. We usually try to get like 70 to 75. Their auditions were so strong that we could have taken more, but we had to cap it at this. So there are some great players that were not accepted into this year's band, which is a huge testament to the work that these students have done. But the cool part, and I think Dr. Jackson will talk about this more, is they didn't just show up and just kind of ride those coattails. They worked really hard today, and I think you're going to see some great efforts. Nothing about this makes sense. These students have never really met each other. They're playing music for the most part they've never played before. A lot of them are in a space they've never been in before. Do any of you know Dr. Jackson before today? They're working with someone they've never worked with before. And yet 5 hours of rehearsal later, they're going to put on a concert for you, which is pretty cool. So these students have done a really good job. So finally, I think it's 5:30 enough. We're really excited to welcome Dr. Jackson. So a lot of these bands go to something called the Beyond the Notes Festival in the spring. And as we were trying to find conductors for this year's Sun Prairie Honors Band, Dr. Jackson was a clinician at that festival last year, and her name came up right away. You can read, her biography is amazing. She's done all the things. Some fun facts that aren't in her biography, she also loves riding horses, and she has a very large cat. But anyway, here's what's cool about Dr. Jackson is she has taught at every level, from elementary through college. And today, watching her work with students, you could see that because she knows how to hang with middle schoolers, and if you know what I mean, like, that's a thing. But yet, you can see the high musical expectations that she believes, especially these students on stage, can attain. So, can you give a warm welcome to the Sun Prairie Honor Band and Dr. Jackson?
everybody. Thank you so much for being here. It's been a blast today. I am completely exhausted, but it's in a really good way. When I first walked in the door, I saw all these kids, and it just makes my heart soar like an eagle. I mean, it's so fun to hang out with students like this. I taught for many years, and I retired a couple years ago, and I miss it so much. And these kids gave me a huge gift today, so I really had a good time. You have wonderful students, so thank you all for sending them here today. Now, that piece was on Spanish March called Luz y Sombra, and the next piece we're going to play is completely different. It's called Machines of Wrath, and it's pretty scary. It's like machines taking over the universe. And there's one spot, and the French horns and the saxes know about this spot, where like the soul of the machine sort of like turns human. It's very scary. It won't happen, don't worry, but it's going to happen in the next 2 minutes. Machines of Wrath. I hope you enjoy it. That piece required a lot from our percussion section, so let's give another big round of applause for our percussion. It's so neat to see kids actually accomplish something that they were a little bit afraid of earlier in the day. You know, thinking, oh, I don't know, I don't think I can do this. And they did it. So what are they learning? They're learning they can do it. They're learning not to be afraid. That's exciting. Okay, our next piece, I'm out of breath. I'm out of shape, apparently. Our next piece is called Rippling Watercolors. And this is a piece that actually college bands will perform. It's that beautiful. It's not a fast piece, so typically middle school kids don't want to do slow music. But I've learned through my years of teaching that even the youngest students can actually feel deep emotions from the music that they hear or perform. And that's really what it's all about. That's what it makes this art. It helps us express human emotions. And so, rippling watercolors, it simply refers to the composer's little children who play with watercolors and create beautiful pictures as little kids because they have such amazing imaginations. And he tried to put that to sound. And it's just, there's some beautiful moments. And I encourage you to sometime maybe check out a college performance of this, because college kids can get into it. These folks did a great job. This is not the kind of music they typically play. And so I'm very proud of them. They're learning things like tone quality and pitch and blend and all sorts of advanced concepts that they really, really worked hard on today. So I'm very proud of them. This is Rippling Watercolors. Oh, this day has gone so fast. We have one more piece. That's it. That's it. It's hard to believe, but I'm gonna miss these kids. We had some fun together today. You've already heard the thanks to many people, but I'm gonna add some more folks to thank, because this does not happen by one person alone. Obviously, again, we're gonna give the students another opportunity to clap for their parents. Students, give it up for mom and dad. Do not take it for granted that you are being supported in this endeavor, okay? Not everybody will do that. So be nice to your parents, wash the dishes tomorrow. Okay. Obviously, the teachers of these students are clearly outstanding music educators, because these kids came very well prepared. And then there were a number of them that were actually here today and actually worked with the kids for about 45 minutes in sectionals this afternoon. If any of you are here right now, the folks that worked with these students, would you mind standing up? They went home, they're so tired. Thank you. I walked around during that time, and I just heard such great teaching going on, and so, man, Wisconsin is in good hands when it comes to music education. There are a couple adults in this area, like, I want you to know Nicole Vaughn. I think she might be hiding backstage, but she's a teacher in this district. Are you back there, Nicole? Hi, Nicole. Give it up for Nicole. She fed me breakfast today. And, of course, the man you've already met, Mr. Ian Melrose. Just absolutely amazing guy, super organized. I don't know how he does it, teaching and being a dad and everything else. This was a really easy out of band for me, because he had everything, he thought of everything. So thank you, sir. Really appreciate it. Okay, so on this last piece, Byzantine dances, we've got some special effects happening. And the score tells us, do this and do this. And so I'm like, okay, kids, let's do this, let's do this. And of course, some of the kids went, we have a better idea. And I'm like, okay, you teach it. And they did. So could Marin and Annalise please stand up? Yeah, these two are responsible for what you're gonna see. Yeah. And finally, I just once again want to say thank you to you guys, because I tried to push you hard, and you always said you needed more, you wanted more. So you're inspiring to me, you're going to be inspiring to my colleagues back home, and I just thank you for a great day. So thank you, kids. And so now, without further ado, and thank you so much for coming, and it's a fast one, and go Packers. Byzantine dances.